Okay, so in this video, I'm going to be teaching you how to force a card, which means how to make your spectator choose a card that you want. There is 1,001 uses for this. The most basic is, it's a trick in its own. They pick a card and they think it's freely chosen. They don't know you know what it is. And you can look them straight in the eyes, do a little bit of acting, and tell them what card they're thinking of. And it can really amaze people. And you can use it for a hell of a lot more than that. So we're going to get to three of my favorite forces, the crosscut force, the riffle force, and the backslide force. And they're all relatively easy, and they're all very useful and very deceptive. So let's go over to the desk and we will try these out. So probably the easiest and not to be underestimated is the crisscross force. So the card you want to force, let's say the Queen of Spades, is on the top of the deck. You know that, they don't know that. You ask the spectator to cut the deck wherever they want, and they put it to the side. The Queen is here, and you're implying that they're going to pick that card, the card they cut it to. What you do is you say, now hold on a second, you put the card over there on an angle. And you say, I want you to remember this card, really think about it, don't show me. You can show that person, you can show Abraham Lincoln, but don't show Donald Trump, because that's probably not for the best. And what we're doing here is we're doing time delay, right? Or time misdirection. So this looks like this is the card that's to be chosen, not the top one. Because you don't take cards from the top, you take it from the middle when you're taking a random card. So even though we've put this on top, after a little bit of time delay, they're going to think, okay, this is the card. So when you say, okay, go ahead, take your card, you lift off the top pack and you gesture, they'll take that card, and it's the card you wanted them to take. You might think that's not going to work, you might be nervous, but absolutely trust me, this will work 100%. We want to force the Queen of Diamonds, ask them to cut the deck in half, they've chosen, put the deck on an angle, some time delay, tell a joke, explain to them about being a magician, say, you know, I can't tell how this is done because they'll find me. One of my favorite jokes is, they go, oh no, I won't tell anybody, and you say, don't worry, they'll know, they're magicians. That always gets a bit of a laugh. After that time delay, lift up and say, okay, take a look at your card. Remember, do not show me. You're distracting from the fact that this might not be all copacetic. They look at the card, they don't show you, and now you magically can read their mind and tell them exactly what card they are holding. Another way to force a card is the riffle force. This is probably the one I use the most. You never do it twice in a row because we will start to suspect what you're doing. Same as before, the card you want to force is on top, say the Eight of Spades. While you're talking, you're going to do a quick cut, a cross cut like that, and you're holding the cards with a pinky break. So you have your pinky stuck in the deck right over the Eight of Spades. Okay, one more time. We're going to take the Eight of Spades, it's on top here. I'm going to use my first finger to cut the deck over like this. Take it with the crotch of my left thumb and place this on top. What you've done is, it looks like you've cut the deck completely, and you don't bring attention to this, just while you're talking you do that, but you've actually secretly kept your pinky in between there so that the 8 is right here. So as you're talking, you say, okay, we're going to pick a card, and instead of spreading them out where I might be able to control that or something crazy like that, I'm just going to riffle down like this, and whenever you want, you say stop, and that'll be your card. So as they start to go down, go relatively slowly. If you want to do the gag right when you think they're about to say stop, kind of go quickly and finish. You can be like, hey, you have to say stop during the riffle. Pretend to get mad. Wherever they say stop, right here say, that's not where the 8 is. That's not helpful to us. But you say right here, yeah, confirm, make sure, and they go, yeah, of course, yeah. And you're going to lift forward, and what you're going to do is, instead of picking up here and lifting backwards, you're going to pick up at your break and move forward. Okay, and when done at speed, it looks absolutely convincing. Say stop, right here. No one is going to see you do this. And if you do it confidently while making eye contact right here, right, look them in the eye, no one's going to see that. So that's the riffle force. Another one of my favorite forces, which I use quite a bit, especially if I have to do another force, if I've already forced one card, and I don't want to use the riffle or the riffle or the crosscut. The card you want to force is on the top. Let's say the 5 of clubs. And instead of cutting this time, you just start to riffle down. And wherever they say stop, you lift it up. Now this is where you're going to do something a little strange. You're going to use the tips of these fingers. They're going to connect the back of that top card. Just touch it. Your fingerprints are going to do all the work here. And you kind of gesture. You want this card? And look them in the eye. Eye contact is some of the best misdirection you can get. You look them in the eye. They say, yeah, I want that one. So you go, okay, and you just go to give it to them. You lift this deck up and give it to them. But I've actually switched it for the 5 of clubs. The way that's done, 5 of clubs is on top. You say stop, they say stop here. And when you lift the right hand's pack up, the top card falls down here. And then you extend. And that's completely, like, it fools people. They don't see it. It just should be noticeable. So 5 of hearts. Say stop, right here. Good, here you go. 5 of hearts. Okay, so that was 3 of my favorite forces. I think there are about 12,462 different ways to force a card, but those are 3 of my favorites. If you have any favorites that you like, or would like me to teach a specific force, leave a comment or shoot me an email. Check out my website, www.malaymagic.com, and let me know what you guys think. And if you want any other specific tutorials, let me know. Thanks for watching.